Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Grown Folk Talk. I'm your host, B. You already know Detroit is in the building. All right, listen, people, we got one of the most famous internet trolls out here, and that's Mr. Charleston White, having a back and forth with this young lady. I don't know who this young lady is, but Charleston White is saying some interesting things. He's one of those people, to me, I find him a troll and I find him funny. So the things he's about to say, because he about to go in on sisters, don't take it to heart. Be a little more thick-skinned and just be able to laugh it off if it doesn't apply. Some of the stuff I think is true. I even heard some stuff I feel like applies to me, but it's about us pleasing our men or the lack thereof. So let's get into it.
White, black.
Oh, okay. But I'm
You're lazy fucker too. I
lazy.
just fuck good.
Oh.
If you ain't never had no Mexican pussy, don't go there. I'm telling you. Why you think everybody running over there to the Kardashians? And no, the black woman, she lazy when she fuck. Because the black woman is selfish. It's all about her. You gotta please her. Man,
I don't think all black women are lazy.
They self-centered. It's natural. Man,
so do you like black
women?
women
I
or
fuck
no?
the shit out of black women. You asked me a question. Which one is better? And I'm explaining to you why she's better. Why the Mexican pussy is better than the black woman. Why you think the Cardi B's and until little Megan Thee Stallion came along with them bend the knees kind of riding it, the black woman don't fuck like that. The black woman later. Listen, when the black man get off work, the black woman ain't sucking his dick in the car. She ain't catching him at the door. No, listen. The Spanish woman is more dominant in bed than any other woman. The Asian woman is more subservient. That's why they have Asian bathhouses. The black woman is not trained and raised to serve. The black woman is raised up by her mother, watching her mother take through the abuse to serve. The black woman don't see her mama serve nobody.
And you know this, man.
So I have a question. What if black women don't really have much to
but they
submit
do.
and
But,
serve?
hold on. But they
So
submit and
we
serve
do
to
all
their
that?
baby daddies. The niggas they let impregnate them. So they submit and serving to somebody. They submit to the white boy on the job that mistreat them, that she complain about. She submit to the pastor that she go give her money to. So she submit and subserve. She just pick and choose who she want to submit and subserve to.
Now, Charles is speaking facts on that about our mothers going to these churches, to these Christian churches, and submitting to these Christian pastors. I'm talking about it's so bad that some of our mothers, they make decisions in their household that where they the only income, right, single mother household, but they make their decisions based on what the pastor say. If the pastor say no, I'm telling you, man, I got stories for days, but he is right about that. I'm gonna speak on the other thing he was talking about sexual relations, but we'll wait for it to be over.
And when she picked wrong, she blamed the man. My mama told me you attract who you are. So if the black woman don't have nobody to submit and subserve to, that's because she's attracting all the wrong men. You attract who you are. That's why you keep picking the same kind of men you got to complain about.
All right. You're gonna learn today.
Well,
that's who. What is
convicted felons.
you have to ask yourself, what's inside of you that keep attracting convicted felons? Because check game. Mama and grandmama say spirits are familiar with each other. You might not know the man, but it's a spirit in him and it's a spirit in you that knows one another. It could be abuse. Mm-hmm. You may be used to being abused and he may be an abuser. So you attracting an abuser because you're used to being abused. Some women who've been molested attract molesters. Most women who've been abused attract abusers. So let me just say this. You pick what you want, and people do to you what you allow them to do to you. Man or woman. People do to you what you allow them to do to you. So if you keep picking convicted felons, you might need to take a look in the mirror.
People only do what you allow them to do. He's speaking facts on that. And I want to say this, as far as when he was speaking in the beginning about like Asians and Mexicans, I've dated outside of my race just for a short amount of time, nothing serious, way back in the day when I was younger. So I can't really speak on other races. I just don't know. So I can't speak on that. But I do want to say, as a black woman who's married to a black man, that just to keep it real, we can do better. And I'm talking husband and wife. I'm not advocating for anything outside of that because I got to be true to who I am and what I believe. So as a wife, yes, I do need to step it up. And so do you. We do need to want to know more about our husband's desires and fulfill them, and that even comes down to intimacy and sexual relations. If he wants you to throw it back harder, you throw it back harder. Can I say that? Can I say it that way? So Charleston got a good point. Sex is not everything, but sex is high up there. It's definitely a priority. And if it ain't to you, it is at least to your man. So I agree with him wholeheartedly on that. Charleston White, I label him as a troll. He do be spitting some gems. Like he definitely has some wisdom. You see what he's telling stories from his mother and grandmother. So he's got some wisdom in there. You just got to be grown folk enough to sift through it. But let's let him finish cooking and letting old girl know. Oh, and when he talked about felonies, attracted convicted felons, I can rock with that. But since we grown, let's keep it real. A lot of people get felonies and they ain't always guilty. A lot of police officials, politicians commit crimes and they're not convicted of said crimes. So just because somebody was a convicted felon don't mean they the scum of the earth, and don't mean you terrible if you deal with someone that's a convicted felon. It all, to me, is based on a change in behavior. If you did a lot of stealing and you stole to the amount where you got a felony, okay, but if you ain't stole nothing in 10, 20 years, then why do we hold that against each other? I hate when people like to throw around that convicted felon rhetoric and talk, and I'm advocating. I'm not one, but I'm advocating. I don't like that because people change. I believe in redemption, second chances. So just because you dated a convicted felon doesn't mean that you're a terrible person at selecting because you did that. It all depends on that person and if they change. Now, if this person is in and out and habitual, then yeah, they got a problem and so do you. But we got to stop shunning each other for catching cases, because people catch cases all the time and they innocent. People catch cases and they change. They learn from their mistakes. So I kind of disagree with him on that. But let's finish letting them cook.
And say, man, why am I keep attracting criminals? What's inside of me that keep attracting criminals? You may have a son.
But all criminals not bad
keep attracting criminals. Why can't you attract a non-criminal who's never done anything bad toward life? I don't attract fucked up women. All my relationships, I've been the fucked up one. I attract good women all my life. Huh?
So when do you plan on? So when are you gonna stop fucking up in your relationships?
Men don't never stop fucking up. Never. Never. Men don't. You want me to stop being a man? A man will never stop being a man. I'm gonna be a man till I die. Most men do.
So you want multiple wives?
99% of men do. Most men want multiple women. Yes, it's natural. It's natural. Do you hear me? It's natural for men to want and desire, to have a desire to have multiple women. That's a natural desire of a man that God gave him. Why do you want me to go against my nature? Only in Europe. Only in Europe does a man have one woman. That's a European concept. That's not a world view. That's only in Europe and the white.
Say, what's up, boys and girls? Ladies and gentlemen, smart motherfuckers, dumb motherfuckers, broke people, rich people, who all out there just been sitting, waiting for me to come in. I don't know, but guess what, y'all? We getting ready to go do another Say Cheese TV interview. Yeah, I got 5 cars, my nigga. Yeah, I got 5 cars. Your mama got 1 car. Say, y'all just ride. I'm gonna put y'all in the back seat. Y'all just ride with me. I don't want y'all in the front seat. Y'all just ride back there while we ride and kick it. Yeah, while we ride and kick it. Yeah, y'all just ride back there. Y'all ain't cool enough to ride in the front seat with me. Yeah. Say, y'all ain't cool enough to ride in the front seat with me, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. So we ride on back there. Is there any particular song y'all want to listen to? Anything y'all want to listen to?
All right, so like I said, Charleston is a troll, but he do be spitting facts at times. And what he said about that multiple wife or polygyny, however you say it, is a European concept. And don't get me wrong, I don't like it. I've accepted it. I had to learn to accept it because that's just the way the creator made it, right? And it is what it is. It ultimately, most things in life are not centered around what we like. It is what it is, but we've developed the mentality of our likes and feelings and emotions matter, and ultimately it don't, right? Creation is creation. What happens, but just to keep it real with you, it's not something that I love, but I know it is what it is. It's for certain men, right? Certain men who have that money and status have multiple wives. A lot of you may know this. I traveled abroad. I lived outside of America. It is something that is practiced to this day in 2023, just not necessarily in America and in Europe. But that was just, Charleston going in, dropping some gems on this young lady. And hopefully she picked up on some of it if it applied to her and her situation. Like I said, I felt like some of it applied to me. So I took that, and the rest of it I ain't worried about. I'm not worried about competing with women of other ethnicities. This ain't what this is about. This is about learning who you are, the areas that you need to work on, learning your spouse and the areas that they want you to work on, and being the best you that you can be, and going on down the road, living your life and teaching the next generation. But I just thought this was kind of interesting to hear Charleston go in like that. He's an interesting character if you are familiar with him, but if you haven't, he's all over social media. You can hear him talk and go in on celebrities and that kind of stuff. So thanks you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of Grown Folk Talk. Please like, subscribe, share the content, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about Mr. Charleston White and the little gems he was dropping. Or if you hate him, let me know that you hate him, because a lot of people hate him. But I'll catch y'all in the next one.